Welcome to the Duck Dive. Today we're tackling a really important topic, one that maybe doesn't always get the spotlight it deserves. Forklift servicing.
That's right.
We've got a whole stack of resources here, basically a complete guide, and we're going to pull out the most crucial bits for you.
Mm-hmm.
Our goal: cut through the jargon, make it super clear why you need to maintain these machines properly and, how to do it.
Exactly.
And it's not just about like ticking boxes for compliance. It's efficiency, safety, saving money, the whole package.
Absolutely. And the source material, it really drives home that, forklifts make life easier, but they come with significant responsibility.
Responsibility.
For the machine's life, sure,
Yeah.
but mostly for safety. It's about mastering that responsibility. People often underestimate it.
Okay, so let's unpack this then. Starting big picture. Why does this actually matter? Why should anyone listening really invest time and effort into a solid service schedule?
Well, the guide lays out some really compelling reasons. First off, and you just can't get around this, is regulatory compliance.
Ah, the legal stuff.
Exactly. Like in the UK, there's LOR 1998, Regulation 9. It mandates a thorough examination for lifting parts.
Okay.
Think of it like your car's MOT, an annual check by a pro. And this is key, the guide stresses that your actual service intervals, they need to be way more frequent than just once a year.
Right. The annual check is just the minimum baseline.
Precisely. Compliance is the floor, not the ceiling for proper care.
Yeah.
Then there's asset protection.
Protecting the investment. Makes sense.
Yeah, these machines cost a lot of money. Good maintenance isn't just fixing things. It's making sure that big investment keeps, bearing fruit for as long as possible. It stretches the lifespan, protects your bottom line.
And that leads nicely into the next point, I imagine, cost savings.
Spot on. Regular service is like preventative medicine. It catches the small stuff, a little wear here, a loose chain there, before it blows up into a massive repair bill.
Yeah, avoiding those big, unexpected costs.
Exactly. Forklifts take a real beating, so dealing with wear and tear proactively. It saves a fortune compared to emergency repairs and downtime. It's a small, regular investment with a big payback.
Okay, compliance, asset protection, cost savings. What else?
Well, maybe the most important one, increased safety.
Ah, yes. Crucial.
The guide points out, workplace fatalities have dropped dramatically since the 70s, like from 650 a year down to around 120 in some places.
Wow, that's a huge difference.
It is. And proper forklift maintenance plays a big part in continuing that trend. Fewer malfunctions, fewer accidents. Every service check is really an investment in your team's safety, their well-being.
That really puts it into perspective. It's not just about the machine.
Not at all. And finally, something maybe not everyone thinks about immediately, but it matters. Higher resale value.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, a forklift that's clearly been looked after with all the service records, it'll always get a better price when you eventually sell it or trade it in.
Right, so it helps recoup some of that initial cost down the line.
Exactly. Makes upgrading your fleet a bit easier on the wallet.
So these benefits aren't really separate things, are they? They're all connected, affecting the finances, the operations, people's safety.
Totally interconnected.
Yeah.
A whole web of benefits.
Okay, so we know why it's so vital. What does this mean for the actual doing of maintenance? What kinds of maintenance are we talking about?
Good question. The sources break it down into a few key types. First up is preventative maintenance.
The proactive approach.
That's the one. Planning, scheduling regular service appointments.
Mm-hmm.
The payoff is clear. Lower repair costs over time. The machine runs better, lasts longer. It's all about getting ahead of problems before they start.
Right. Planning ahead. But what if something just feels off,
Yeah.
Between those scheduled checks?
No, that's where the sources get really emphatic. This is what they call maintenance as needed, and it's absolutely critical.
So don't ignore the little things.
Definitely not. The moment an operator notices anything unusual, weird noise, sluggish hydraulics, anything, the advice is blunt. Get it serviced. Now,
Go away.
don't wait. Because delaying could risk someone's safety, obviously, but it could also turn a minor fix into a massive, expensive breakdown. A small ignored issue can spiral.
Yeah, I can see that. And linked to preventing those sudden issues, the guides mention cleaning, right? But not just a quick hose down.
Exactly. Thorough, regular cleaning is actually a form of preventative maintenance itself.
How so?
Well, take dust removal. Before you even think about water, the guide says use a cloth or a vacuum. Get into all the nooks and crannies.
Why is dust such a big deal?
Because it's abrasive. It gets into moving parts, can interfere with sensors or electronics, cause premature wear, even lead to malfunctions. And of course, use proper PPE when you're doing it.
Okay, dusting first. What about washing?
For the tough stuff, the material suggests maybe investing in a pressure washer. It blasts grime out of tight spots you might miss by hand.
And safer too, maybe. Keeping your distance.
Yeah, that too. Less direct contact with dirt and any cleaning chemicals.
Yeah.
But if you are hand washing, choose the right soap, non-corrosive, suitable for the machine. And here's a pro tip from the guide. Always wash top down. Start high, work your way to the wheels.
Why up, down, down?
Simple, really. It stops dirty water running over bits you've just cleaned. Ensures a proper, thorough job. It sounds small, but it makes a difference.
That level of detail, even for cleaning, makes sense for complex machines. Okay, so that brings us to inspections. Beyond the daily checks, what are the key types of formal inspections we need to know about?
Right. Inspections are crucial. Our sources outline several layers. Beyond your own regular maintenance, you need to schedule professional inspections for service intervals. The timing varies by manufacturer, but these are essential checks by experts.
Okay, the manufacturer recommended one.
Right. Then there's the annual inspection. We mentioned it with compliance, the LO Lower one in the UK. The guide confirms it's usually needed around 2,000 hours of use, or once a year, whichever happens first.
The big yearly checkup.
Exactly. And it's not just a box-ticking exercise. It's a vital health check for the machine. Then we get more specific, like the lifting capacity inspection.
Okay, what's that checking?
This one focuses purely on, well, can the forklift actually lift what it's rated for safely? If it says 4,000 pounds max, can it really handle that?
So it tests the core function.
Precisely. It means checking everything involved in lifting. The forks themselves, any attachments, the chains, the hydraulics, the mass structure, even things like the brakes and tires that provide stability. It's about ensuring it performs safely under load. No dangerous overloads or failures.
Got it. What other inspections?
There's the safety inspection.
Yeah.
Here, personal safety is number one. It covers all the forklift safety gear, but also includes an area safety inspection.
Checking the surroundings.
Yeah. No clutter, no hazards, no distractions nearby. And is the operator wearing the right gear? Then on the machine itself, tires okay, steering responsive, alarms, lights working, propane levels good, overhead guard intact, transmission smooth. It's comprehensive.
Trying to catch anything that could lead to an accident.
Pretty much. Then there's one for when you get a new machine.
Yeah.
The after-purchase inspection.
Even for a brand new one.
Yes. Even new from the factory, the sources say it's your responsibility to get it professionally checked before putting it into service. And if it's used, you must get it checked thoroughly against the manufacturer's specs. Basically, don't assume anything. Verify.
Good advice. New isn't always perfect. And used means check everything.
You got it. And finally, the most frequent one, the before-use inspection.
The daily check.
Exactly. It's less intensive than the others, but it's vital for immediate safety, day to day. This is your first line of defense.
What are the key things to look for daily?
Things like any cracks or breaks in the forks or carriage, tire wear, lights, battery, alarms working, fluids topped up, oil, water, fuel, hydraulic fluid, radiator clear, chain seam tight, any visible leaks from pistons.
So a quick but thorough visual and functional check.
That's it. It's like a pilot's pre-flight check, designed to catch problems before the shift starts, before they become dangerous or cause damage. These quick checks catch most common hazards.
That's quite a list of inspections, but you can see how each layer adds to safety and reliability. It paints a picture of, well, constant vigilance.
It really does.
So pulling this together, what does it all mean for when the servicing should happen? And critically, who should be doing it? What's the right rhythm? And who has the needed expertise?
Okay, frequency first. The sources give a benchmark. Service your forklift roughly every 200 hours or every 8 days. That's for the more intensive preventative work.
200 hours or about once a week and a half, roughly.
Yeah, something like that for smooth operation.
Yeah.
But remember, the RTITB, that's the Road Transport Industry Training Board, recommends daily checks, including those safety inspections we just talked about, before every single shift.
So it's a multi-layered rhythm, daily quick checks, more thorough service every 200 hours or so, plus that mandatory annual professional inspection.
That's the pattern. Now, as for who, the guide is crystal clear. For the thorough inspections, the ones that really dig deep, you need a competent professional.
Not just any mechanic.
No, someone with, and I quote, extensive background in forklift maintenance. The sources really stress this. Improper or inadequate inspections can lead directly to critical injuries.
Because they might miss small but crucial details.
Exactly. You need someone who understands The minuscule mechanisms, as the guide puts it. Overlooking one tiny thing can have massive safety and operational consequences. It absolutely requires specialized knowledge.
That really hammers home the need for expertise. Okay, so let's try to wrap this up. We've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
Proper forklift servicing. It's clearly not just a nice to have, it's a whole strategy, right? We're talking increased safety, which is huge, real cost savings over time, meeting legal requirements, protecting your investment, and even getting more money back when you sell the machine.
The package deal.
It really is an investment, not just another expense line. So for everyone listening, what's the main takeaway? What should this deep dive help you do?
Well, hopefully it equips you to ask better questions about your own operations practices, to really understand your responsibilities, and why prioritizing this maintenance is so important.
Making informed decisions.
Exactly. Knowing the types of checks, how often they're needed, who should do them. That empowers you to build a safer, more efficient workplace, from the operator right up to the finance department.
Right. And maybe a final thought for you to chew on. Think about the ripple effect here. What happens when you adopt this kind of consistent, meticulous, expert-driven approach to maintaining machinery? It obviously saves money and prevents injuries. We've established that. But could it go further? Could it actually help transform the whole culture around safety and efficiency in your operation? And maybe think, where else could applying that same careful, proactive mindset make a real difference?
That's a great question to ponder.
Something to think about. Okay, that's it for this deep dive. Thanks for tuning in.
See you next time.